On national TV yet, right? International YouTube. Oh my God.
I'm just taking the steps to have us go live. And it looks like we are, because I can see us on Facebook. So, Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Good Shabbos. It looks like we are. Good. All right. All right, thank you everybody for joining us this evening. Olivier is on a well-deserved vacation. And so I'm Diana Rose. I am the music director. We also have Mike Rufa with us on vocals and guitar. And of course, our mainstay, Jal Feldman, on piano. Go ahead, Jal, and give us a couple of minutes of prelude so we can settle in. Thank you, Jal. And could you set your settings to original sound if it's not on that setting already? All right. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. I don't know about you, but each week I think we'll get a little break from the heaviness, but I'm just feeling very heavy and constricted. Kind of like the walls are coming in. That's just kind of the energy I'm feeling. Maybe I watch too much news. That's probably part of the problem. So there's going to be an overarching theme on our about hour-long Shabbat gathering, which is basically designed for us to come together and either plug in or unplug, however you want to look at it, before we enter into the full Shabbat. And there's going to be an overarching theme tonight, which is water. And water has so many different properties. Water can be restorative. Water can mean life. Water can also be destructive. And to me, it correlates to a metaphor that I personally use when it comes to the divine being, or whatever verbiage you want to use, that it just is. Water, like divine energy, just is. And it all depends how we use it. It's not right or wrong. It's not good or bad. It just is. Kind of like electricity. We can use that for good. We can use it for destruction. Water can, erode metal, but it also brings us life. Water can be destructive when it comes to tsunamis, but it can also be calming and soothing. And so I just kind of want you to hold on to that imagery of water as we work through this Shabbat together, and just visualize how you want to utilize the image and the power of water as you go through this Shabbat this week. First, though, we're going to bring a little zip and zing into the evening, and Mike is going to lead us in a fun song called Yaba Bim Bam.
Yaba bim bam, yaba ba bim bam, yaba bim bam, yaba ba yaba ba ba, yaba bim bam, yaba ba bim bam, yaba ba ba yaba ba ba bam. Yaba bim bam, yaba ba bim bam, yaba bim bam, yaba ba yaba ba ba, yaba bim bam, yaba ba bim bam, yaba ba ba yaba ba ba bam. Yaba bim bam, yaba ba bim bam, yaba bim bam, yaba ba yaba ba ba, yaba bim bam, yaba ba bim bam, yaba ba ba yaba ba ba bam. Yaba bim bam, yaba ba bim bam, yaba bim bam, yaba ba yaba ba ba, yaba bim bam, yaba ba bim bam, yaba ba ba yaba ba ba bam. Yaba bim bam, yaba ba bim bam, yaba bim bam, yaba ba yaba ba ba, yaba bim bam, yaba ba bim bam, yaba ba ba yaba ba ba bam. Yaba bim bam, yaba ba bim bam, yaba bim bam, yaba ba yaba ba ba, yaba bim bam, yaba ba bim bam, yaba ba ba yaba ba ba bam.
Thank you, Mike. All right, we are going to move into the next part of the service, which is lighting our Shabbat candles. And so whether they're handy or you want to dash off to get them, while we are lighting the candles, Jal is going to play some beautiful music. All right, Jal, do you want to unmute, please? Jal, can you unmute? Thank you. Thank you, Jal. So, surprisingly, nobody submitted any specific occasion or reason to be lighting Shabbat candles tonight. And so what I'd like to do, just in case there is anybody in the Zoom platform that would like to honor this Shabbat with some occasion, some memory, just wave your hand and I will unmute you and you can share that. Is there anyone who has something special for this evening? All right, let's start with Pesha.
I'm lighting for a new little grandson that was born about a week and a half ago.
Mazel tov.
Yeah.
Wow, that's wonderful. Okay, Shelley, you need to unmute, Shelley.
Yeah.
All right.
Lighting candles for significant improvement with my diabetes.
All right. Yes. Amen. Significant improvement for his diabetes. Excellent. Anyone else have something they want to honor or share for lighting Shabbat candles? All right. Well, then, anyone who is watching us on Facebook Live or YouTube Live or any other of the platforms, just think about what you are honoring, celebrating, remembering on this particular Shabbat. And I just want to send light out to the whole planet right now because it is struggling. The physical planet and the people who live on it. And we need to embrace this light more than ever. And so Mike now will be leading us in the Shabbat candle light.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat. Amen.
Thank you, Mike. So I was talking about the metaphor of water. Oops, pulling off my headphones. And so I thought it was appropriate to sing a song about walking a narrow bridge. The song Narrow Bridge. I apologize, I did not find the page numbers for this. If you have your service booklet, they are alphabetical. So Narrow Bridge, page 23.
27.
27. All right. Thank you. This kind of reflects upon at least how, the feeling of constriction and that we're walking a very fine line. We're trying to balance our health and our well-being and the economy and work and school. And it just feels like a narrow bridge. But as the song says, above all, is not to fear. We can just keep planting one foot after the other. Even if the bridge is narrow, it does get us over the tumultuous waters. Oh, the world is just a narrow bridge, just a narrow bridge, just a narrow bridge, all of the world, just a narrow bridge, just a narrow bridge, just a narrow bridge. is not to fear, not to fear at all, and above all is not to fear at all. Kol haolam kulo gesher tzameot, gesher tzameot, gesher tzameot, kol haolam kulo gesher tzameot, gesher tzameot, gesher tzameot. Ve'haikar, lo lefachad, lo lefachad la. Ve'haikar, lo lefachad la. All the world is just a narrow bridge, just a narrow bridge, just a narrow bridge. All of the world, just a narrow bridge, just a narrow bridge, just a narrow bridge. We are going to move into a short meditation that Jal will be playing music for us as we sit still for several minutes and visualize the water, the fluidity of life, how sometimes it can feel stormy, but then the waters can also calm. And as we're walking across that narrow bridge, to embrace what is, and let the waters carry us to a healthier space and a more greater sense of wholeness. Oh, I could listen to that all day. All right, we are now going to move into the healing portion of our Shabbat gathering. And Mike is going to share with us the list of names that people have sent in who are in need of healing.
These are the names that we've received, that we should hold in our hearts. Craig Wilson, Daniel Clark, Hillary Wilson, Phyllis and Mike Levin, Farhad Hassan, Yitzchak Leib, son of Bertha V'Aharon, Dave Malkoff, Maxwell Bernard, Susanna Davis, David Mark, Rebecca Risman, Richard Aaron Ben Chaim, Linda Morris, Elizabeth Heath, Stanley Soferin, Hirsch Simon, Janet Crowley, Peter Metzger, Susan Fish, Catherine Liggett, Melinda McCarter, Shay Jacob, Rachel Lehavi, Dr. Carol Stanley, Herb McDonald, Brad McDonald, Emily Young, Christy Young, and Linda Miner.
And if there's anyone in your world who needs energies of healing, hold them in your thoughts as well. We are going to sing Waters of Healing by Hannah Teferet. And just keep that image of water in your mind as we heal everybody who is affected by the pandemic, wishing everyone and praying everyone has a complete whole healing. Az yashir Yisrael et hashira hazot eli ve'enulam. Az yashir Yisrael et hashira hazot eli waters of healing, waters of life, we search for love and truth. Waters of healing, waters of life, rise up and we'll sing with you. Az yashir Yisrael et hashira hazot eli ve'enulam. Az yashir Yisrael et hashira hazot eli ve'enulam. we search for love and truth. Waters of healing, waters of life, rise up and we'll sing with you. Az yashir Israel et hashira hazo eli ve'enu la. Az yashir Israel et hashira hazo eli ve'enu la. I am now going to read. We're heading into the memorial part of our Shabbat service, and we are going to hold in our hearts, in our minds, those whose energies have enriched our lives, and many, many others whose memories we honor this evening, on this Shabbat evening. I am going to share the names of those who have passed in recent days and weeks. Emily Swartz, longtime friend of Shoshana McDonald, and Dr. Carol Stanley, a friend of Rebecca Bloom. I'm now going to share the names of those who have passed within the last year. Barbara Bell, Robert Paul Leitz, Patricia Dohoney, Lori Scooge, Kenneth Klein, Al Kalish, Marty Leiser, Becky Ben, Martin Amadeus Russert, Dawn Krupkin, Pamela Marie Balch, Emma Norton, John Philip Balch, Teddy Freeman, Virginia Calvo, Marcia Jaffe, Lawton Waples, Millard Petersky, Deborah Batts, Marianne Marika Gordon, Stella Altweiss, Mary Rose, and Dan Klein. And I'm going to share a list of names whose yard sites fall this time of year. Janet Goldstein, Jean Goldoff Bierman, Lila Claren, Louis Spector, Ludic Elias, Marguerite Underwood Balch, Mary Lawyer, Matthew Dana, Maurice Burnley, Perry Stroll, Robert T. Cohen, Shirley Harris, Ann Manson, Larry Lactrup, and Angela Babu. We hold them and their loved ones in our thoughts as we say the Kaddish together. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, be'alma dira chirute v'yamlich machute, b'chayechon u'v'yomechon u'dachayit chobet Israel, ba'agala u'vizman kari v'imru amen. Actually, I'm going to unmute everyone because I want everybody to be able to share in this prayer together. So if it says unmute, please do so, because I want to share this moment together. All right. Okay, if we can all join in this prayer together, let's start from the beginning. Yitkadal
Yikadash
Rabba Ve'alma Divrachim Evi Amlich Machute V'chayechon Uviyomechon Uv'Beit Yisrael Ba'agala Ubizman Imru Amen Yamei Shemei Rabba Ach Blamei Amaya Yitbarach Yitmam
Ramam Vietnaseh,
Slay the
Hadar Halal, Bnei Kedusha Birichu, Elam Yachol Birchata, Tayahush Birchata, Nehi, Yama, Yami Aman. Yishalama Rabbanim Shemaya, Chaim Aleinu V'Yakol Yisrael, V'Yamru Amen.
Shalom,
Shalom V'Ruma.
Shalom
Kuya Aseh Shalom.
Israel
V'Yakol Yisrael. Al Kol Yoshvei Tevel
one who makes
V'Yamru
peace
Amen.
above
peace
May
above
the one who makes
for all
harmony
of
above
all
us,
the
make peace
all
household
the
of
over
households
Israel,
all the
of
households of
Israel,
for
Israel,
all the
for
peoples of
all
all
the
the peoples
world.
of the world.
mankind.
And let
Let
us
us
say,
say,
Amen.
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 For all the peoples of the world.
Wonderful. Thank you, everyone.
Diana, you muted yourself. I think what Diana is saying, but she is muted.
Oh, I am muted. I'm sorry. I muted myself. Go ahead, Mike.
Is that it's time to sing the Kiddush. So, if you have some wine, or pre-wine, as I have here, just juice, please bring it out, and here we go. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kedeshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu, v'shabbat kadsho b'ahava uvratzon hinchilanu, zikaron lema'aseh v'reshit. Ki hu yom techila lemikra'e kodesh, zecher letziat Mitzrayim. Ki vanu v'acharta, v'yotanu kidashta, mikol hamim, v'shabbat kodshecha, b'ahava uvratzon, hinchaltanu. Baruch atah Adonai, Mekadesh HaShabbat. Amen. L'chaim.
See, I can have the Menashevetz when I'm at home. Woo! Okay. I don't have any challah. Does anybody have any challah they can hold up to their screen and then we can all Mike. Nice. All right, everybody reach out to Mike's challah. All right. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. All right. Well, before we get to our closing song, I'm looking at the time and it looks like we had a nice short Shabbat service. So I want to, if anyone has any thoughts that they just want to share, maybe what they have been experiencing or thoughts of inspiration, just wave your hand and I will unmute you. All right. Shelley, what do you want to share with us?
what I want to share with you is the beautiful experiences I've been having up at PCC. It's been absolutely amazing, the love that we've been sharing. And it doesn't matter that we agree or disagree with each other. They can feel my love, and I can definitely feel theirs. It's been a godsend.
Oh, thank you, Shelley.
I finally got home.
Yes. Thank you, Shelley. I appreciate that. That's wonderful. Yes. Anyone else have anything they would like to share before we move into our closing song? Any thoughts about Shabbat, the space where we're at, where you're at, being in community? I will just jump in real briefly and say, thank God for technology. You know, who would have thought, who knew, as they would say, who knew that the technology would be such a blessing in times like these that allow us to see each other's faces, even if we're not in person, but allows us to connect and in many ways expands our ability to reach far beyond what we would do if we were just in person. We can expand the boundaries, so to speak, of connection. Alan, I will unmute you because I saw you raise your hand.
Yeah, thank you. Just wanted to give gratitude for going outdoors, going outside, whether it's in my garden, right around my house, or just walking in the neighborhood to a local little park. But it's just been so wonderful, especially during the good weather, to get outside and take a break from the indoors and inside, yeah. And even if I have to wear a mask, it's a wonderful, it's a wonderful refreshment to get out, look at the sky, look at the greenery, hear the birds, and something that I'm fortunate to be able to take advantage of, and very much appreciate that. So I just wanted to share that point of view.
Thank you. You know, the expression, we need to slow down and stop and smell the roses. Well, in some respects, we have been forced to slow down. And if we can look for the hidden blessings in that, where we can actually stop and see what's in our immediate surroundings that we just take for granted and we just kind of glaze over every day. But little moments like that, talk about mindfulness, really being in the moment and being in our environment. Thank you for sharing that. Okay, Elizabeth.
Hi.
Hi.
I want to appreciate the community and the practice of meditation. You talk about technology. The rabbi has had this meditation 4 times a week at noon through Zoom. And it has been a way to connect to the community, a way to keep the practice going. And there's Alan. And Alan offered to fill in when the rabbi was on vacation, so we didn't have to break that practice. So he's been leading it. He's been leading it for 3 weeks. And then we'll have a week off. But it's meant a lot to be able to connect 4 times a week and just sit together. So thank you.
Thank you, Elizabeth. Thank you for sharing that. And thank you, Alan, for leading the meditations. Wonderful. Okay, Stuart. We can't hear you, but you are unmuted. Still can't hear you, I'm afraid. It must be something with the microphone. I will leave you unmuted as you try to sort that out, just in case the sound starts to work. I'll check in with anyone else. Anyone else have any thoughts to share? Stuart, have you gotten your sound to work? I know this is the double-edged sword of technology, right? It's got to work. All right, I'm going to check in with Jan real quick. Go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and mute you, Stuart, so that we can hear from Jan.
Hi, everybody. Just wanted to say Shabbat Shalom and thank all of you who chose this time to spend this time together in community. It's very difficult for me to not see people that I love to see and be in your energy field and in physical proximity. So I'm grateful for Zoom and grateful for those of you who are here tonight. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Jan. All right, Stuart, I'm going to try one more time. I'm sorry, we can't seem
Can
to
you
be
hear
able...
me?
Ah, there we go.
Okay. I was out yesterday jogging and I ran through an area behind the Horticultural Center and was overwhelmed by the wildflowers. And if you let me share my screen, I'll just show you a few pictures of the wildflowers.
I believe I don't know. Okay. I'll try that. I'll see if you can share the screen, Stuart. I made you the co-host temporarily, so that should enable you to share the screen.
I guess not.
No? Okay. I will learn how to do that. I will learn how to do that. Can you describe the photos? Can you describe it? We can create an image in our mind.
Well, there's a tall grass and beautiful, hundreds and hundreds of beautiful blue flowers, like tall daisies, and interspersed between them were some yellow flowers. I don't know what the names of any of them were, and I took some lovely pictures, which I'm sorry that I can't show you, but I was feeling blessed to have come upon them and been able to just experience them.
Thank you. Yep. I think many of us have had the moments where, especially when we're not expecting it, where there's a burst of color or a burst of nature and it can almost take our breath away. All right. So let's see, there is a message in the chat. To get invited to noontime meditation, send your email to Alan. Okay, great. That's in the chat. Thank you, Alan. Appreciate that. All right. Thank you, everybody, for joining us tonight for Shabbat services. May the waters of healing wash over all of us. And we're going to close with Od Yavo.
O Javo Shalom Aleinu, O Javo Shalom Aleinu, O Javo Shalom Aleinu ve'al kulam. O Javo Shalom Aleinu, O Javo Shalom Aleinu, O Javo Shalom Aleinu ve'al kulam. Salam Aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam. Salam Shalom Salam. Ojavo Shalom Aleinu, Ojavo Shalom Aleinu ve'al kulam. Ojavo Shalom Aleinu, Ojavo Shalom Aleinu, Ojavo Shalom Aleinu ve'al kulam. Salam Aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam. Salam Shalom Salam Aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam. Salam Ojavo Shalom Aleinu, Ojavo Shalom Aleinu, Ojavo Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Kulam. Ojavo Shalom Aleinu, Ojavo Shalom Aleinu, Ojavo Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Kulam.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'm unmuting everybody so we
Thank
can all
you.
say Shabbat Shalom
Shabbat-
to each
Shabbat
other.
Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
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 Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat
Shabbat shalom.
Shalom.
This was wonderful. As
All right.
always.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank
All
you.
right, everybody. Have a wonderful week.
Thank you,
Shabbat
Diana.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Shalom.